peace that surpasses all understanding. It's 12:17 a.m. So I'm going to do a real quick little, give an example. You know, now, and here's to how, like, all these, like, repeating numbers and all this shit kind of plays into the mix. 12:17. Right. I don't know if you can see this. I'll do it the best I can. So 12:17 a.m. Hold on. 12:17 a.m. Let's get this up a little bit higher. Bear with me for 1 second. This is going to be cool shit, right? 12:17 a.m. 1, 2. 1 and 2 is what number? 3. 3 is a divine number. The Trinity. Mind, body, spirit. And a ton of other examples. Some that, you know, and make it personal for you, dude. Chica, dude. Guys, gals. Male, female. Make it personal for you. So 1 and 2 is 3. Divine Trinity. Follow the vibe. Completion. Wholeness. Not wholeness with other. Wholeness within self. So 1, 2 is 3. 1, 7. Follow is 8. Follow the significance of the number 8. Stop looking at that 8 like a number. See things. This is good stuff. See things. Open your eyes. Open your eyes. 3 eyes. You got 2 on your face. And your third one right there. Open your eyes. Plural. More than 2. Okay? 3 eyes. Having a bit of fun this morning. So open your eyes. See that number 8 right there? That shape that we've been programmed to believe is 4 2s, 2 4s, a 7 and a 1, a 6 and a 2, all variations thereof. Okay? See things with different eyes. Take a different perspective. What I'm reminded of is there's a movie with Robin Williams, and the name of the movie is escaping me right at the moment, but he's a professor at a boys' school, and he has the boys stand up on their desks or stand up on his desk and look at the world from different eyes. Okay, so with that image, Dead Poet Society, thank you very much. Thank you. Appreciate the info. You can jump in anytime. So we got this 8, right? Good morning, you guys. I love you. We got this 8. We're going to shift our perspective. How are we going to do that? Ready? Hold on 1 second. I'm going to take that out of the frame for 1 second. Bring it back in. You see that? That's the infinity symbol. Perizzles. That's the infinity symbol. Pretty cool, right? you were thinking, what's the dude got to say about all this other bullshit? Start seeing things with different eyes. Change your perspective. Stand on the desk. Stand on the desk. Figuratively. Watch a Dead Poets Society. Highly recommended. Robin Williams was a brother to all of us. And committed suicide. Whatever. If indeed he did commit suicide, the way that we've been programmed to understand suicide, as far as I'm concerned, and I'm not making light of suicide, it's I've experienced it firsthand in my world, in my own personal experience, and it's a deeply, deeply painful. It's deeply painful for everyone involved. The person who chooses that for themselves, and the collateral damage caused by it. But I definitely have gaining some new insight and some new intuitions about what suicide is. Sometimes this trip that we're on is so painful, so painful, and sometimes people just choose to go home. And I'm seeing suicide with new eyes. That's all. And I have a great deal of compassion for anyone. As a matter of fact, here you go. 1 second. I'm going to write something else down. Alright? While I'm doing this, pause. Hit the pause button. Go grab a piece of pen and paper, okay? Hit the pause button right now. Please. I'll be right with you, okay? I used to do DJing in a nightclub, and one sure way you could lose your audience, one sure way people would stop dancing, is if the music went silent. So I'm acutely aware. I hope you paused. I hope you grabbed a piece of pen and paper. If you or anyone you know is considering the ultimate choice, that's my email. That's a real email. You, or offer it to them, and they can contact me. Okay? One more time. Scott Zitella. That's how it's pronounced. Zitella. 1966. That's the year I was born. At gmail.com. Okay? Pause. Write it down. Pass it on. I have personal experience with suicidal ideation myself. And I do mean recently. And by recently I mean within the last 5 years. September 15th, 2015, I experienced a traumatic event in my life, deeply traumatic. And through the processing and endeavoring to allow this experience to unfold, I found myself in some very dark places, okay? And, excuse me, I smoke. I take narcotics. Not for much longer. I drink coffee. If you have an issue with that, I would simply, humbly suggest that you ask yourself why you have an issue with what I'm doing. But in this last 5 years, that deeply traumatic event, and not just deeply traumatic for me, there was a whole bunch of people who were impacted painfully by what happened on that day. That just fucking horrible shit. The lowest of the low. The things that I'm reminded of a quote, the evil that men do. The evil that men do. The darkness in the heart of man. And I don't mean just men, male. I mean man as a collective. Men and women, young and old. And when people project their own sickness onto other, and the impact that has. Many times the things that are done in ignorance, and I mean that not like you're fucking stupid. Ignorance, simply not knowing any better way. Ignorant. The true definition of the word of ignorance, what you would find in the dictionary. And so I have my own deeply personal experience with suicidal ideation, so much so that part of that traumatic experience was I had been put under a restraining order. I had police. I was essentially on house arrest. Police were driving by my house once a day, sometimes twice a day, at least once, for a full year. The restraining order, when you're under a restraining order in Maine, I don't know what other states are like. I have them back now. I have firearms. I enjoy a bit of target, truly, ever since I was a little kid. My mother is actually, it's funny, my father was a Marine Corps drill instructor. Hooah! But it was my mother who taught me about guns and shooting and target. She grew up on a farm, and she was a bit of a tomboy, pretty cool, Mom liked to fish. Mom liked to shoot guns. I got this image of Annie Oakley. My mom and I didn't always see eye to eye, and that's an understatement. But like it or leave it, she is my mother, and I will not dishonor. I will not again verbalize or express anything that will dishonor that relationship, because I'm sitting here and I am her son, like it or not, and I am seeing things through different eyes, man. Love my mother. And but I understand firsthand what it means. I had guns. I had the restraining order. Under a restraining order, you are not legally allowed to possess firearms. I have plenty of fucking friends that I'd go shooting with. It wasn't for lack of having access to one. As a matter of fact, that's where this plays in. They took my guns. They left the ammo. All I needed to do was find a gun. I was considering